Let's talk about two groups with a common goal of destroying people's lives. Who are these people? Dog haters and dog lovers. Let's start with the dog lovers. Not only do they ruin their own species' lives, but they gotta go and share that misery with the other species. My Fufu's my best friend. Dogs don't judge, they give us unconditional love. Isn't that right, Fufu? Who gives all the That was my fault. As far as I can tell, dog lovers fall into three categories. Worship me, virtue signalling, and worshipping the hellhounds. Even all three. Dog lovers put their dog's life over yours in a heartbeat.
Hey, you can get a dog for that. Ain't that right, Nala?
They even blame people for being mauled by dogs. Must have done something to that poor dog. Not sure what imaginary excuses come up in their mind for dogs, aka predators, killing a 4-week-old baby or attacking a sleeping person. Oh wait, I know what it is. The dog has PTS. Dog lovers will sacrifice their marriages, parents, children, neighbours, friendships, pets, their neighbours' pets, even Winnie the Pooh, all for their false god, not to mention shirking their responsibilities and divine will. Now, dog lovers don't normally have many or any offspring, but if they do, they will routinely risk their child's life. By the way, that's why most children are mauled. It's by a family's pet dog. Now, many dog lovers buy nice or benign breeds of dogs, like moi, so they avoid much of the drama. Hey, at least you won't be physically mutilated going to Uncle Carl's party. This would be a good segue into breeds, but that can wait for another day. Some brief counterpoints for those dog lovers. Since people let themselves be dictated by emotions, it might interest you to know dogs don't feel a wide serving of emotions. In fact, arguably none at all. They certainly don't feel what people do with abandonment. Dogs' anxiety is their, now modified, instincts telling them to survive. An example of this would be supposed separation anxiety, whatever that means. More prominent in certain breeds. You know who you are. Did you know separation anxiety can appear in horses? A study was done by these animal loving scientists who put electrical shock collars on the horses and zapped anyone who dared try to establish a pecking order. Results being the horses displayed crippling separation anxiety for members of the herd who were temporarily taken out. Mess with nature, you never know what's going to happen. Now, time for a hard truth. Your dog doesn't love you. I know, shocking. But to be fair, he doesn't love anyone or anything. Good news, he also doesn't have the capacity to hate you, so no more pressure. To help make the point, there's this famous Mexican dog trainer who had a salad named after him or something. Anyway, well, one time he was giving a talk on dogs, and he made a comparison between humans and dogs, listing humans off as emotional, intellectual, spiritual, and instinctual, whereas dogs he just listed off as instinctual, before he went to pander to the masses affirming their feelings their dog still had the capacity to love them. Well, if your dog still has the ability to love, then I guess so did that 15th chicken nugget you're about to devour.
Actually, I'm a vegan.
You disgust me. Even horses eat more chicken than you. Last but not least in this extensive two-group list, dog haters. I'm talking about the real haters, those who want the extinction of all dogs, all breeds, all sizes around the world. Gone. Yeah, they're out there, fueled by the dog lovers' dystopia. Should I say dogtopia? They've taken an opposite stance, but still almost equally as stupid.
Wait a minute. What about guide dogs and farm dogs?
You, a reasonable individual, might ask. Yep, them too. Blind people should use echolocation like bats. I'm going to show you a picture of two ears. Did you guess which one was the bats? Don't ask me why I know this, but I saw a blind person who had been practicing this idea of clicking in a quiet forest, slowly walking around till he reached out and found a giant tree inches away from him. I think I got one. Could you imagine that in an environment with cars, people moving about, making noises? Please tell me why you can understand this makes no sense. Well, why not make bat ears and devices with sonic noises to bounce off stuff? Maybe there's a reason bats hunt at the quietest part of the day, or should I say night. Also, bats aren't blind. Blind folk are literally more blind than a bat. Now, I don't know about the rest of the world, but in Australia, a good herding dog is worth 8 men. Farmhands are hard to come by, at least the ones that are competent and stick around longer than it took to bloom and train them. Have dog haters never spoken to a cattle or sheep farmer before? A good herding dog is more valuable than any city slicker keyboard warrior could understand. Oh, whoops. This isn't how people do it anymore. That's better. Oh, please don't buy these dogs unless you actually got a proper job for them. And knowing what you're getting into helps. Yes, livestock guardian dogs, not to be confused with guard dogs, are big and dangerous. They do save farmers' livestock, taking a few weak ones here and there. What would you tell farmers experienced with these dogs who live in areas where wolves and other predators kill livestock? Build fences? Ah, yes, fencing off hundreds of acres against small and large predators alike. Why didn't they think of that sooner? Why don't they just shoot the predators? Guess if they've got nothing else to do but hang out with sheep, sure. Also, the dog haters who say dogs kill native wildlife must not know about livestock guardian dogs being used to protect the natives from those pesky foxes. Good grief, foxes kill man's actual best friend, the chicken. This beautiful creature not only lays food, but it turns into the most delicious food. There you go, let's get all the cat and dog haters together, put them on horseback to hunt down this enemy, who kind of looks like a dog married a cat anyway. There's also hunting dogs, but I suppose that's more for sport nowadays. What about truffle dogs? What will the rich do without their truffles? I think pets have a place in this world, but I'm biased. Many nice breeds bring people closer together. Fearful or lonely people make friends, or at least give strangers an excuse to talk to them. So in conclusion, dog haters and dog lovers have some common ground here. You're both wrong. Yes, dog haters are right. Dogs can be a menace. But that's mostly because of people's egos to buy stupid breeds. Yes, dog lovers are right. Dogs are valuable in many ways, but only the right dog in the right job. Whatever you decide to do, remember,
Don't humanize your pet.
let's start with the dog lovers.
Stop snoring!